next question would be, what makes a good investor?
That's all about perception and about you as the founder's goals. One thing I do want to say is that if you are raising money, you have the upper hand. I know it does not seem that way. You have the upper hand. Ecosystems and funds do not function without a founder.
Right.
Period. So we are the players. We have the upper hand. You come in there with that attitude, you know what I'm saying, and talk to people that you feel like could be with you long term. Like I'm not compromising on anything when it comes to my baby, my business, right? When you have a physical baby, when I have to send my child to daycare or school, I'm not compromising on the long-term effects of her going there or who she'll be around or how they will treat her or what they will have to say to her. It's the same thing with your business. I go into every meeting, I'm very straightforward and what size check do you earn? Let me see the companies that you... I actually looked into the companies that you invested in, and I didn't see any black people. Do you not invest in... Would I be the first check that you wrote to a minority? I actually see that all of your companies are in this, and they look like this, and you don't do follow-on rounds. And I'm looking for somebody... Oh, do you provide mentorship? Do you provide a network? No. What's your investment thesis? Does not align. Sorry. That's it.
So what were some challenges facing, getting that startup?
I think the imposter syndrome. I moved to a new city.
Yeah. Right.
I had no network. I knew nothing about technology. I'm a non-technical founder. I don't know how to code. Wow. I can't build a product. I knew nothing about tech or this industry. So let's just be clear, obviously I'm a black woman entering into a predominantly white male space. It was the imposter syndrome. Can I actually do this? Can I really pull this off? Great idea, but can you do it? Can I do it? Was the biggest challenge. And I just had to get to a point where I'm just absolutely I can do it. You know what I mean? Who's gonna stop me?
Because I feel when I think of tech startup finance, I'm they have to be really techy, really nerdy.
No.
And I think that's kind of what stops people from even getting into tech because they're I don't have the know-how. What do you say about that?
It is. I feel like I was really blessed and lucky that Kansas City is where I started my tech journey. There's so many resources available here.
Yes.
Coming from the DMV, I'm sure they were there, but it's so saturated.
It's a saturated market, yeah.
And then before that, it was Texas. I came from ecosystems that weren't set up for everybody to make it. Whereas Kansas City, you see a huge distinct difference in the way that they support entrepreneurs. It's very equal, I guess I could say. Yeah. And it's a small, big city. Yeah. So everyone does kind of know about you once enough people know about you. What is it like being a black woman in tech?
Real. Being real, 100%.
It is hard and easy at the same time. I think some of the things that are harder for other people as far as visibility are easier now because the world the industry has turned their focus on marginalized communities, right? So it's very easy for me to find a program created specifically for black women in tech, right? That didn't exist 5 years ago. Yeah. Credibility is still non-existent.
What is one advice you would give to a founder out there or someone out there who's trying to start a startup, but they're in the grassroots, trying to figure out how to be a Jannae Gammage, how to be in the PR world, how to be the one that's always being talked about? What is one advice you give them as they're coming up?
I think it's very important not to let this one thing define who you are and how you're going to show up and impact the world. What's most important is working on you and making sure that you have those intangible things in you and that you've, honed in on that, like your compassion, your empathy, who you are as a person, your mindset. Those are going to be the most important things when you're starting out because this journey is hard. And I'm beginning to become an advocate for mental health for entrepreneurs because I don't think we talk about it enough. We talk about veterans, and I'm a veteran. We talk about, black men and mental health. We talk about black women, postpartum, even kids, and we never talk about like the grind culture that has been created from entrepreneurship and how it negatively impacts your mental health. I myself have been at that low point with the market base, and it was very successful. But I think that's the first step is just figuring out who you are. Because from that, you can truly create something meaningful and you can be happy about what you're creating. And all of this will be taken care of so that you can take care of everyone else.
Right. And if you start a company in any city, where would it be?
Kansas City.
Cool.
All right.
All right, KC, go. So we are in the Innovate Horse KC space in the Westport West Commons. This is a Plexport. It's a co-working space for women in KC. So thank you for having us in this wonderful space. As
Yes,
usual.
thank you, Lauren Conway,
Shout out to Lauren.
owner of Innovator KC. This is the Innovator KC space.
It's a dope spot.
I love it here. I love it here. I love coming down here to work. So
Yes.